The question that you might have in your mind right now is, I want to apply to the US, but where do I start from? Hi guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Tafadzwa and I am a biology pre-medical student. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you so much for your support. And if you are new, I am so excited to have you here. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So it's already mid-February, and if you're in college or at a university elsewhere, you know how school is starting to become hectic. There's a lot of assignments to be done, there's a lot of work, there's a lot of midterm exams coming up. And I am one of those people who are almost getting burned out. But making this video is a way for me to refresh and also get to share some information with you guys. So I'm so excited to get into this video because, as you can see from the title, this is just part one of telling you about applying to United States colleges for undergraduate programs. The question that you might have in your mind right now is, I want to apply to the US, but where do I start from? And my advice to you is, start thinking about what the application look like. And that is what I'm here to help you with, to tell you what the United States colleges application look like in general, because most of them are the same. Applications here are considered as holistic applications. By holistic, it means that when college admissions officers look at your application, they look at everything as a whole. They want to know who you are inside of class and who you are outside of class. Here's the list of what the college applications consist of. It consists of a section where you have to show your grades, which are high school grades if you're applying for an undergraduate program. The SAT, essays, letters of recommendations, and extracurricular activities. I'm going to explain all of these one by one in detail so that you at least know what I mean by essays or SATs, because it's a little bit different from most applications in different countries. Let's talk about the grades. Now, if you have gone to high school, you've probably done Form 1 to Form 6 or grade 8 to grade 11. You can probably now tell the equivalent grade or the equivalent year of what I'm talking about, depending on the country that you're in. So when you apply to college, you have to submit grades for all of these years. You have to show the admissions officers how you have been doing in high school overall. Don't be worried if you haven't been doing well in some of your in-class exams or end-of-semester exams, because guess what? The admissions officers are trying to see the growth in you. They are trying to see how you improved from not doing well at some point to doing well at another point. All you need to know is make sure you get at least B's or A's in your final exams. They could be national exams, or it could be Cambridge, which is recognized internationally. Now you might be wondering, like, okay, she only said A's and B's. The whole point of trying to get an A or a B is so that you can be admitted into the most competitive schools, which will offer you good financial aid. But if you do not have an A or a B, it doesn't mean you do not stand a chance to apply to United States colleges. Because if you have other good aspects of your application, like letters of recommendation, essays or SAT scores, it will still make your application look good and you might still get accepted. So the whole point of me explaining this is, try your chances. Apply and see where it takes you. Another thing about colleges in the United States is, the classes that you took in high school do not really determine the program that you're going to take when you come to college. So it might help you, like those classes might help you when you come to college, but they don't really determine the program. What I mean is, most colleges here are called liberal arts colleges. They allow you to take at least a year to explore and take general education classes. And then at the end of that year, you will then declare a program which we call a major. You then declare a major and you can start from there. I, for one, I'm a biology pre-medical student, and I took biology, physics, mathematics, and chemistry in high school. That did not contribute to my program. However, it's helping me a lot when I take similar courses here in college for my biology pre-medical major. The second aspect of the application that I want to explain is the SAT. What is the SAT? Now, it is an exam or one of the standardized tests that are used in the United States so that they can compare students' grades or performance using something that's like standard. The SAT consists of 4 sections, 2 of which are English sections, which will test you on grammar and comprehension. Then the other 2 are math sections, which will give you an opportunity to take a calculus-based section, and another one which is not calculus-based. Now that's just a summary of what the SAT is, but there's more about it. But however, all you need to know right now is what really is it? The SAT can be taken on 7 to 8 dates throughout the year. One of them is in March, the other one is in May, June, October, November, December. I had to write it down because I could not keep all the months in my head. But I remember that I took one in March and then I took another one in May. And then when I decided to take the SAT 2, I took it in December. Now the SAT 2 is optional. The SAT 1 is mandatory for other schools, and then for other schools the SAT 2 is optional or mandatory. So with the SAT 2 it's a little bit different from the SAT 1, and I'll definitely give you guys more information about it, but it's more specific, like you are going to take an exam on a specific subject, be it physics, maths, accounts, whatever that it is. Okay, now let's move on to the next section. I personally want to say a lot about this one because it took me 2 months to work on my essays. Okay, my next section is essays. The United States College application has a number of essays that you have to write. One of them is the personal statement. The other ones, they are really questions asking you about why you chose that specific school. Because remember, in as much as your application will show the college admissions officers that you are a good fit for the school, they also need to know that their school is a good fit for you. They are not trying to have you come spend 4 years at a place that is not going to feel like home or that is not going to be a good fit for you. And I find that really nice because honestly, I made it here to YSU and I think it's a good fit for me. In the 4 years, have really moved super fast that I did not even see it. Alright, now let's talk about the personal statement. You will have 7 prompts about the personal statement and you only have to choose one. The last prompt that they give you will allow you to talk about anything because the personal statement is something that allows you to explain who you are in detail. It allows you to talk about things that you haven't been able to talk about in the rest of the application. So this is where you have to talk about what shaped you to be the person that you are. This is where you get to talk about things that mean a lot to you. It is an opportunity for admissions officers to get to know you through the way that you write, through the personal experiences that you have had, and through all the challenges that you have overcome as an individual. So I like the last prompt because it gives me freedom. It gives me the opportunity to come up with my own topic so that I can even show admissions officers that, hey, this is very meaningful to me and I think that it describes the Tafadzwa that you need to know. I will definitely read my personal statement for you guys at some point. I will also give you guys the other prompts so that you know more about it in case you just don't want to talk about anything. You're probably interested in talking about one specific thing. One last thing about essays is if you took a gap year, college admissions officers want to know what you have been doing. If you have been volunteering, please talk about it. If you are working, talk about it. If you were studying for the SAT, talk about it. If you did anything else during your gap year, make sure you tell them what you did because they do not just want you to be sitting around and not do anything during the gap year. Also, if you didn't do anything because of things that were beyond your control, then say it because they need to know. Moving on to the 4th aspect of the application, activities. So the application will have an activities list. You will have an option to put as many activities as possible, but also make sure you put the ones that are most impactful or the ones that are most meaningful to you. It could be chess, choir, debate, volunteering, helping your mom in her shop at work, helping your siblings or babysitting. any of that is regarded or considered as extracurricular activities. Anything that you did outside of class and is meaningful, mention it. The last thing that you need to be thinking about are letters of recommendations. If you are still in high school, this is the time where you have to start creating relationships with professors, with your teachers, with your college counselors. You need to make sure that the person who's going to write your letter of recommendation knows who you are as a person. You don't want to have someone who doesn't know you very well to be writing your letters, because they will not say everything that's super good or super exciting about you. So again, letters of recommendations will come from people from your school, like professors, and it will also come from people in the society, people that you have worked with at church, or people that you have volunteered with. Now that you know all of this, you're probably wondering, okay, what's next? So what's next is, make a list of these 5 things and see if you can attain them. If you can attain all of this, then you need to be here for the next video, because I am going to be explaining the next steps using the personal experiences that I have had and also using the advice that I got from a lot of mentors. I'm also going to be breaking down all of the 5 things that I just said in detail, and also looking at the college application itself using an example, going from step to step, so that you know exactly what it looks like to put in your grades on the application or your essays on the application. With this, I'm excited to see you guys in our next video, and love you.